Okay, guys, and we're back with another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest. I'm Seth from the Lonely Stoner podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Tommy Fury making his return to the ring. By the time this video comes out, Tommy Fury will be fighting today, but he's fighting a guy called Kenan Halalic. I think that's his name. Kenan Henjalik, right? This Hungarian boxer who I've never heard of. He's a heavyweight, so I'm assuming this fight is at heavyweight. He's not even Hungarian. He's from Bosnia. He's 5-1. He says not even unbeaten. Couldn't tell you the first thing about this dude. He's not faced anyone good, not beat anyone good. This Keenan bloke. And to be fair, the same could be said for Tommy Fury. Whereas Tommy Fury's biggest win is Jake Paul. And I was looking at Tommy Fury's record again, and I'm just surprised this guy's still unbeaten. Because there's a part of me that's surprised, there's a part of me that isn't surprised, there's a part of me that understands how boxing is, and a guy like him will be unbeaten for a while until he fights a halfway respectable boxer and then he'll lose. But yeah, probably in my head, because the Jake Paul fight was quite competitive, I'm thinking maybe that was a loss for Tommy Fury in my head, but it wasn't. Tommy Fury did win that fight. And it looks like this fight's going to be at heavyweight. Honestly, I wasn't even going to make a video about this because it's Tommy Fury against some nobody in Hungary. Quite a fall from grace, because I imagine he would have been paid very handsomely for the Jake Paul fight. I mean, to be fair, he wouldn't have been paid very well for any of his other fights, because they're all against nobodies. But, very, very surprised that he's back down taking these types of fights now. Like, he's only 10-0, but surely you should be looking at, Southern area titles, British titles, English titles, etc. at this point, but clearly not. But it does sort of show in his record. He's 10-0 with only 4 knockouts. And I'll be honest, the sort of caliber of guys that Tommy Fury's fighting, outside of Jake Paul, if Tommy Fury was a halfway great boxer, he'd be stopping these guys. Like, Tommy Fury shouldn't be 10-0 with 4 knockouts. He should be 10-0 with 6, 7, 8 knockouts. If he was going to be someone who could fight at the level. Right? But how old is Tommy Fury? Does it say here? Doesn't even have his age. And I can't be bothered to look it up. But yeah, I suppose Tommy Fury's still young enough in his career to still make something of his career, obviously. He's probably going to fight this Keenan dude. He's going to beat him. But really, the key for this now, for Tommy Fury, if he wants to build a career for himself, he needs to remain active. And he needs to, as much as he can, try and keep fighting in England. Because these fights in Hungary, they're not doing anything for him in terms of his career. No one's going to become a Tommy Fury fan because he beat Kenan Hanjalik in Hungary. But if he was start to seriously campaign at cruiserweight and heavyweight in Britain, then maybe he can make a name for himself. He's not good enough to get to the top level. I think we can see that from him even now. But could he contribute? Could he sell some tickets at, a British level? He's bigger than a Southern area title. Granted, I'll give you that. But even then, a guy like him, who's got, as far as I know, really got nothing on his resume, if I was him, I'd be looking at a Southern area title. I'd be looking at a Southern area title. And then obviously from there, you go on to a British title, and then an English title, and then, European title, Commonwealth title, internationals, then you can get to a world title. He won't get to that level. I'd struggle to see Tommy Fury even really compete against top tier European level guys at heavyweight. Maybe at cruiserweight, the level's a bit lower. So maybe he could get to a decent level at cruiserweight, but we'll see. We'll see what's next for Tommy Fury. I'm assuming he's going to win this fight because I've never heard of the other guy, never heard of any of the other guys fought, beat, or lost to, so I really wouldn't know. But yeah, let me know what you think of Tommy Fury's boxing career and what you think this fight's going to end up like between Tommy Fury and this Keenan dude from Bosnia. Yeah, another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.